Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Sync, the podcast you have to let sink in. I'm Nick, and that's Owen. And Owen, I have some news for you.
What's the news?
The Detroit Pistons have, drum roll please, not won a basketball game. Despite the Utah Jazz playing essentially their G League team. I think John Collins and Lauri Markkanen might have been their only two starters playing. They did not win this basketball game.
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I saw a bet. There was somebody that betted $40 that the Pistons wouldn't win a single game for the rest of the season. You know what the payout was?
Wasn't it like 80,000 or something?
It was 40K. It was 40K.
I'd take that bet.
I would take that bet too. I would take that bet as well. That's how bad this Pistons team has been.
You bet $2 and you win $2K.
Ooh. That's like rent right there. That's like rent for
exactly. That's like that's a lot of money.
That's like free money, right?
Free money. Now hold on a minute.
Whoa.
Because Owen, I don't know about you.
Oh.
But I know the great way to make free money.
Tell us all.
Now, Christmas is just a week away.
Ooh.
as that meme says, but it's less than a week now.
Mm-hmm.
It's Wednesday. Or no, it's Thursday. And Christmas is on Monday.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
You see, that's why we're all festive.
Yeah.
But I know that you don't have your shopping done.
Man, I don't have the money to,
exactly.
get my shopping done.
Exactly. Everything is so expensive now, and it just keeps going up and up and up and up. But boy, let me tell you what. Wouldn't you like to have free money? Literally in your pocket.
I would love to have free money.
Well, I have the way for you to figure that out. And it's called gambling, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
We should probably figure out a better way to promote that.
Maybe. I think the way. I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
All right, so we here, and we can see this, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So the cool thing about Underdog Fantasy is they know that it's Christmas time, and they know that when Christmas time comes around, money's tight. So they're going to give you just a free part of the parlay.
Mm-hmm. Free.
And it's LeBron scoring. Like,
it's half a point.
Like he just makes a free throw. Now, for all you Laker fans, you know that Bron's not going to the free throw line ever. But he's still going to score at least a point. So, Owen, what do we see here?
We have, what is that, Jake Browning down there?
That is Jake Browning.
Ooh, what are the things for Jake Browning?
There you go.
I'm trying to see it. 238.5, is that it?
Yeah, for passing yards. I feel like he does higher. I feel like
I think so too. With the type of offense that he's in, he honestly can do whatever
he wants. You think he throws the ball 32 times?
Ooh. What team? Who are they playing? The Browns.
No, they're playing the Steelers.
Oh, the Steelers. Yes. Yeah, I think he throws the ball 31 times.
32 times.
Oh, my bad, 32 times.
Okay, as long as you're still confident there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chase Brown, he had a good game against the Colts.
Okay.
I don't know if he completes any of these. T. Higgins is interesting.
T. Higgins is one of those guys that can be a starting receiver on any team besides the Bengals.
And no Jamar Chase. I mean, higher than
he's gonna be.
Does he score?
I think he scores. Yeah, I mean, the Bengals are gonna blow out the Steelers. The Steelers team can't score.
Oh, what? You've boosted a pick for Braun, so we can't boost anymore?
Oh,
Wow, they're saying you can't have that much free money. Higher on receiving yards though, for sure.
oh yeah, definitely.
He gonna go off. Let's kind of get out of the Steelers game.
Let's go to a game that actually matters.
Hey, the Steelers game matters for me, and I'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay. Is that Josh Allen?
Buffalo and the Chargers.
I think James Cook over on rushing yards.
Yeah, especially after the game he had last week.
Oh yeah, that game was crazy, especially by him.
And the
Allen with only 15 passing attempts and still got the job done.
and the Chargers, their run defense has not been phenomenal. So, but honestly, they have been cooked through the air a lot.
I still think James Cook is a safer bet, especially since the performance of Josh Allen
All right.
last week.
I don't think we can bet on Stephon Diggs scoring.
Nah, underdog fantasy doesn't.
Nah, they're saying that's too much.
Extra free money.
That's too much. That's too much money.
Too much free money.
You can only have so much. Ooh, Easton Stick. This is a man that you could bank on throwing to the other team.
Yeah, you can. Is there a turnover thing for him?
Fumble.
Does he fumble the ball?
I don't know. I don't think that's a safe bet.
That's true.
Austin Eckler. 38 and a half?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Higher?
I feel like he at least gets 38 and a half.
Like, that seems high, but he doesn't like doing that, from what I've noticed.
He's the only thing this offense has.
I think that might be a safer bet.
What's the bet?
Rushing and receiving yards, 70 and a half.
Yeah, it's safer. Definitely. I would agree.
Yeah. And I think, have we reached our 5? Is that 5? That is 5. So, I mean, you guys see, $5 bet pays $84.
Ooh.
And let's be real here. A gift card for your significant other's family would cost more than that. So why not wager that? So that's what, $15. A $15 gift card. Instead, you could have $250.
Oh my gosh, $250 gift card.
And you can turn that into a $250 gift card. And that's how they'll really like you. So, just to recap. Braun, it's a point. It's free money. But you don't get that money until after Christmas because that's Christmas Day. Jake Browning on Saturday. Higher, right? Duh.
Yep.
T. Higgins. Why won't it scroll for me? T. Higgins higher. What else did we say?
I think he broke.
Did we say James Cook and Austin Eckler?
Yeah, those are the other two. Yep.
All right. So that's how you win free money.
It's free, ladies and gentlemen. It's free money.
It is literally free. All right. Do we want to start talking about the Detroit Pistons?
Do we? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Owen, I don't know what to say, man.
There's one bright spot on this team. He goes by the name of Cade Cunningham.
That is true. He has been playing at a very high level this year.
It's not his fault that his team sucks.
And he finished with 28 and 10.
Yeah. He just needs actual basketball players around him to win games.
But what's confusing me is Marvin Bagley had 22. Jaden Ivey had 24. And that's those are the 3 players that scored in double figures tonight for them. So is it because you can't say that because Marvin Bagley and Jaden Ivey have been playing well above expectation.
Mhm.
So
Is it defense?
it probably is because if you look at who the Utah tonight they started Chris Dunn, Colin Sexton, a guy whose name I'm about to have to look up, Simone Fontecchio. Now look, I am in no way a basketball casual. I know ball when it comes to the NBA.
He knows ball, guys. He knows ball.
I have never heard of Simone Fontecchio until tonight. John Collins and Kelly Olynyk. And do you know out of all of those people who gave them the works?
Who gave him the works?
Kelly Olynyk.
He had 27.
27 and 6 assists. Chris Dunn had 13 and 10. Like, and O'Shea Agbaji off the bench. I butchered that name. But O'Shea, he had 18 and 4.
So
Full
here's the
personal
thing
fouls.
with Detroit, though, is they're not shooting bad. They're shooting 50%.
Yeah, they did not like
They shot better than what the Jazz shot tonight.
they shot exactly 50%.
Exactly 50%.
But 29% from beyond the arc.
I don't know what this team's issue is.
What do you do and how do you gauge the rest of the season if you're Detroit? Do you just say, hey, let's try and break the record. Let's just lose as many games as possible and just start attending the number 1 overall pick prospect games? Isn't it Matas Bruzelis is who they've been saying?
I think so, yeah. Also, I think Wingstop should do this again next year. Because I think they should do it with another team. Because obviously I think they're the curse. Maybe we can get them with the Warriors next year. Or with with some other team, so that way they can only have a 2-win season.
The amount of money they had to have been making off of the Detroit Pistons because of everybody. You think about the people downloading the app and willing to spend that money, thinking they're going to get those 5 boneless wings eventually, and then nope.
These fans are expecting a 30-win season at least.
Are they though?
We're going into this season. What was the projected wins for the Detroit Pistons?
I feel like realistically we were looking at like 20, 21, 22.
Okay, realistically now they might not even win 12. That's how bad this team's been.
12. The 76ers won 10.
This team isn't as bad as them, which is what is insane,
Like,
honestly, if I'm Detroit at this point, I feel like we just make this guy's bet free and like let it happen. Let this guy get the 40K. Go next year. Get somebody in the draft. I don't even know who's in the draft next year. Bronny's in the draft next year.
is Bronny in the draft? We'll talk about that later. That's a topic I want
Yeah.
to talk about because
Okay.
Bronny has not been amazing this year.
Okay.
But this is honestly like you probably trade some of these guys for picks
Trading everybody except for Cade.
and Jaden Ivey
Yeah.
and maybe Marvin Bagley.
If I'm Detroit, I'm trading away everybody that isn't under the age of 25.
That's not a bad idea.
Because you're at this point now, it's like, what do? You got to break a record that you don't want to break as a team, right? So it's just like, what do you do as a franchise to get yourself out of this situation?
Dig a deeper hole, tank, blow it all up, go 0-82.
It's not like they weren't taking though. Like They've been tanking.
That's they lost the lottery last year.
Yeah, I know. Well, here's the thing though. Going into that lottery, everybody knew that Victor was going to go to the Spurs.
Did we?
Yeah, I honestly I didn't see Victor going to any other team besides San Antonio.
I mean, that makes sense from a league is rigged
But like
standpoint.
if you are the NBA, okay, would you really want to put him in a situation like Detroit or Houston? Or I mean, Houston's a good team. Houston's not bad. But
San Antonio is not good.
It's a better situation though than Detroit.
They just have Greg Popovich.
That's why they want to put him there because Greg is there.
They were on like an 18-game losing streak.
Okay, that's not 25-game losing streak though.
Yeah, but like the only reason they aren't is because Darvin Ham could not coach a basketball team to save his life. So I feel so bad for Pistons fans.
I don't.
I feel so bad for Pistons fans because you get the number 1 overall pick in 2021. You get your guy in Cade Cunningham. You bounce back. The next year, you get your guy in Jaden Ivey. You have a backcourt of the future. And then you suck. And you lose the lottery. You end up with a defensive-minded guy that can't help your team score. And by the way, scoring is the issue here, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're playing in games that aren't like the teams aren't putting up 150 on them every night.
Yeah.
So they're playing competent defense. They just can't score the ball.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the issue with the Pistons is everything. Like everything, being efficient, being able to shoot from outside the line, and just having that number 1 guy to take over when it's necessary.
But who is? I mean, that Cade is their number 1 guy. They found their guy.
Okay, they're obviously not doing good building around their guy.
But I feel like they are. They have put young talent around him.
So do you think it's just unlucky that they're on a 25-game losing streak and that's it? There has to be a reason why they're losing this many games straight.
Maybe they are just bad.
Is it chemistry? Is it coaching? Or is it just players?
It's got to be at least like all of that. Right?
I mean, there comes a point in time where chemistry becomes a factor. If you lose 25 straight games,
that locker room.
That locker room morale is it was up here at the beginning of the season because they were 2-1 to start the season.
Yeah, that locker room's got to be painfully bad right now.
It is on the floor.
Like I would not want to be anywhere near the Pistons locker room.
I wouldn't want to be same. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near the Pistons locker room either.
But like as a fan of the game, and you think about it, how many of those players are true fans of basketball too? Mm-hmm. Right? These are guys that are fans of the game. No team has lost 27 games in a row.
No.
Does some of these guys just want to be like, hey, I'm going to put my name in the history books and lose?
I feel like maybe some of them are, but I don't think the starters are like that. I feel like if you're a starter and you're having 20 minutes out there every night, maybe even 30 if you're lucky, right?
If you're the Pistons, you're playing 39 minutes as a starter.
Okay. So around that time, I don't think you want that. But here's the same thing though. If I'm a coach, what do you even say after losing games? Like after losing that many games? If you're a coach. All right, guys, we'll get one soon. Is that what you say?
In the words of Kevin Stefanski, this is a tough league, and it gets better every night, and it's hard to win. Yeah, but I feel like it's harder to lose 25 games in a row
than to win one.
Than to have the worst roster imaginable and win a game.
Their roster isn't bad. Do they have a better roster than the Wizards?
I don't know. But the Wizards, they're in a similar situation. The only reason the Wizards we aren't talking about the Wizards like this is because they beat the Pistons.
Yeah.
They won
The Wizards are in the exact same situation that Indiana was in whenever they first traded for Tyrese Halliburton.
We have never before. We have a breaking news on SportsSync.
What?
Japanese star, and I'm gonna take a minute to get this name right. Yoshinobu Yamamoto
Okay.
and the Dodgers have agreed on a 12-year, $325 million contract.
So baseball. Oh wow.
So the Dodgers are becoming Shohei and friends.
Yeah. Quick topic switcher. The Dodgers are back. They bounced back real nicely.
Dodgers never left.
Yeah. Playoff wise, they did. Playoff wise, they left. Because they're basically the Cowboys in the playoff, if we want to put it in NFL terms. But yeah. Okay. Anyways, back to basketball real quick. So, yeah, this Pistons team, they honestly should do what the Pacers did with Tyrese whenever they first got him. They literally just said, Tyrese, do whatever you want. That's what the Wizards are doing with Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole, do whatever you want. I feel like you need to blow up this roster a little bit more, so that way you can just tell Cade, hey, do whatever you want.
Maybe that's not a bad idea.
Because, like, this team, I don't even know.
They're bad.
Their last win, I have to scroll for this. Their last win was against the Bulls.
Their last win occurred on the same day that the Texas Rangers were playing in the World Series.
Their last win was 3 days before Halloween. How many months ago was Halloween, guys?
2, right?
2 months ago. Yep.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've talked about the Pistons all that we can talk about.
Yeah.
Let's
This team just sucks.
let's go and let's try and predict some football games, shall we?
Alrighty, let's do it.
Now, this week is interesting. There are several teams that can clinch this week.
Mhm.
And that's kind of what I want to talk about a little
The
bit.
Rams beat the Saints. Forgot to say that.
What was the score of that one?
Only
30 8. Wow.
30-22. The Rams
Wow.
won.
Well, we talked about the Rams game on Sunday. I think we said the Rams were going to win that one.
Yep, we did.
So that's one right for SportsSync. Again,
Let's
listen
go,
to
guys.
us because we know ball. We literally do. And you know what? We're helping you guys and giving you free money.
Free money.
So you see it right there on the ticker down there. You literally see it.
It's right there, guys. It's free money.
Go into whatever betting app you use and just type all those in. And I guarantee you're going to get a lot of money for Christmas.
Ooh, a lot.
All right. So let us now predict some football games. So the Rams, they covered the spread because remember, good teams cover the spread.
Yep.
We got the Steelers and the Bengals. This game, they're giving the Bengals 2.5.
I agree. I think it's gonna be more than 2.5, obviously. But this Steelers team, man. I don't know. Maybe Matt Canada was the answer, and we just didn't know it. Because have they scored more than 27 points this whole year? No, they scored 30 one time. So yeah,
When did they score 30?
They scored 30 against the Bengals.
No, they didn't. They scored
year.
13.
That was my bad. That was last year. Oops, guys. Yeah, no, this team sucks.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't love this and love watching the Steelers' downfall. Because I promise you, I very much do. It pleases my heart to see those nasty Steelers fans lose. And the Steelers are 2 games away from ending Mike Tomlin's streak of winning seasons. 2 losses away. And helping their case this year is quarterback Mason Rudolph.
They have now named 3 starting quarterbacks as their quarterback. Are there other quarterbacks hurt? Besides, okay, Pickett's hurt.
Pickett's hurt, and Trubisky
Okay.
hurts the Steelers. So
Okay, here's one thing. They have Tracy McSorley on the roster.
yeah, but
If anybody remembers that song from a few years ago,
wasn't that
elite song about Tracy McSorley?
that was because his days at college, right?
Yep, Penn State.
Penn State.
We need Tracy McSorley to start.
No, we don't, because I don't want any attention and media attention going to the Steelers. I've got Jake Browning and the Bengals covering the spread today. This 21-19 is BS. This game is going to be 31-10.
This game is not going to be close. This
No.
Bengals team is honestly, this Bengals team looks better with Jake Browning at the helm than Joe Burrow. And I know that's crazy
They
to say,
have.
but it's crazy for me to say even, but this Bengals team has looked amazing.
Did you see the catch T. Higgins made?
Nope.
He had one where he was like falling out of bounds, like toe touched in, and was reaching his hand out, a one-handed. I mean, beautiful catch.
Ooh.
So this Bengals team is fine, and I don't like saying that because I don't like the Bengals either, but I hate the Steelers more. So I like the Bengals in this one. Owen, you got the Bengals?
I got the Bengals too. Yes.
Okay. Next up, we've got Easton Stick versus Josh Allen as the Los Angeles Chargers travel to Buffalo.
I don't know, honestly. This could go either way because you have a Chargers team that's probably hungry to win, and then you have a Bills team that just, well, rushing wise, dominated the Cowboys.
If the Chargers win this game, Brandon Staley needs to be arrested on criminal charges for whatever he was doing to that Chargers team.
He was not the answer for that team. How long was he in LA for with them?
He was their defensive coordinator for a while. I feel like he got hired in the 2021 or 2022 season.
Mhm.
I'm not sure. If there's anyone in the chat that would be ever so helpful to insight us with that information.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
We love and appreciate you guys. Don't forget to check our QR codes on the screen. They lead you to fun places.
They do, especially the one top left.
I don't know where they go, but it's like the rabbit hole from Alice in Wonderland. All right. So the Bills, they're given a 12.5. This late in the season, do they cover?
No, I don't think they cover it. From how rocky they looked passing the ball last game. I mean, given it is the Cowboys and they have a crazy secondary, but the fact that they only let Josh Allen pass the ball 15 times, and he only completed 7 passes.
Was he really 7 for 15?
He was 7 for 15 with 92 yards.
I thought he was 15 for 23.
No. I'll double check it. But from last time I looked at it, it was 7 for 15. Yeah. 7 for 15 for 94 yards, a passing touchdown, and 1 pick.
But they didn't really need to pass the ball that much.
Well, here's the thing. When you have a quarterback like Josh Allen, you expect to trust him to pass the ball. I mean, the game before that, he passed it 42 times.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if you see them go back to that. I wouldn't be surprised if you see them continue with the run game too. I feel like because of uh, it's December, and the Bills need to start making some statements, and this is such an easy opponent. I feel like the Bills cover.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't trust them, honestly.
I know we don't trust them, but I feel like this is a game that they do. Um, because again, the Chargers, they're not playing for much. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's a chance we see them roll over like a dead dog and just let the Bills have their way.
Just give up.
Kind
Yeah, we
of.
could, but I don't think they're going to cover the spread.
I feel like the Bills at least win this game by 14.
Fun fact, even though it's been a really rocky season for Buffalo, they can still win their division.
Yeah. And that's not out of the realm of realism either, because the Dolphins don't have an easy get schedule out.
And they don't win against teams with winning records. So this could be a fun little AFC East race we have going on here.
We're gonna talk about that a little bit later because that's gonna be an interesting game that we talk about. How
Mhm.
about the Vikings and the Lions?
Last time these two teams faced, didn't the Vikings win? Yeah,
No.
they didn't. I thought I did.
No, the Lions won. Now, if the Lions win this game, they're at home. No, they're not. They're on the road.
They're on the road.
If the Lions can win this game on the road, they they win their division. Um,
This is we need to throw a Lions party, or we should just a Detroit party, because there's one side of Detroit that's really happy, and there's another side of Detroit that like is very sad and depressed
yeah,
right now.
Detroit fans, cheer up. At least the Lions are doing good.
Yeah,
If you're like me and a fan of a team, uh, and not a fan of like their other sports teams in the city, uh, for the Pistons, and like you're like a Falcons fan or something, I'm so sorry.
well, maybe don't be a Falcons fan then. Maybe just pick the team that's in your city and move on. Because
All right,
why?
Owen,
Because
you want to
why?
be do you want to be a Dallas Cowboys fan, Owen?
No, but I don't live in Dallas, so that's the good thing.
Well, that's the closest team to you. All right, back to we got the Lions and the Vikings. They're giving the Lions 3, and then they're saying the Lions don't cover. I think the Lions cover.
I think the Lions blow this team out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Jared Goff come out and just blow this team out of the water.
Yeah, Jared Goff is looking at top 5 quarterback in the league. Jared Goff single-handedly will blow this team out.
If he plays like he did last Saturday.
Yeah.
They do have a little extra rest day because they played last Saturday. So I feel like that
Oh yeah, they do. Never mind. They played on Sunday.
that could help them. But this should be a game where Dan Campbell is going to come out aggressive and try and win this division, and I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of blow him out of the water a little bit.
Yeah, this game will not be close. I got Lions by 20.
I don't know by 20, but at least 10. At least 10.
By 20.
All right. You got the Houston Texans and my Cleveland Browns. Now,
Alrighty.
this is an interesting game because I think as it stands right now, CJ Stroud's not playing.
Yes, correct. He is doubtful with the concussion right now.
And so this game is looking to be Joe Flacco versus Case Keenum.
Rolling it back to 2017.
Joe Flacco is a better quarterback.
Okay.
The Browns have a better defense. But the Browns have struggled on the road this year.
It's against an injured or injury-riddled Houston team.
Yeah,
though.
but this is
So I think
this is a injury-riddled Browns team too. This is the type of game that scares me the most. I feel like if the Browns lose any game for the rest of the season, it's going to be this one.
the question is, how can the Houston Texans bounce back with having their starting quarterback injured and then their 2 top wide receivers hurt.
Well,
How does this team bounce back?
Case Keenum, they had a hard fought win in overtime last week. That was not an easy game against the Titans in Tennessee. The Titans were wearing their Houston Oilers gear to to rub it in their faces a little bit more.
Houston versus Houston.
And Case Keenum really showed out. Well, he didn't show out, but he led that team to have a statement win, and that type of momentum carries.
Was that Case Keenum's first game as starter?
Probably.
Because they let him pass the ball 36 times.
That seems like a Case Keenum offense. You have to remember that was also overtime.
Yeah, it's true.
But the Browns, they're coming off of a 10-point or a 13-point swing in the fourth quarter to beat the Chicago Bears. So I feel like 3, I don't know if a team covers. They're saying 23-20, and they're saying 23-20 because they believe Dustin Hopkins is going to kick a game-winning field goal, and the Browns are going to clinch a playoff spot somehow. I don't think the Browns blow this team out of the water. I don't think the Browns win this game by a touchdown.
It's going to be a close game. Otherwise, unless this Browns defense just completely locks down the Houston offense, which is very possible.
But even if that happens, I don't trust the Browns offense to go on the road and put on a master class to do so. I feel like 23-20 might be high. This game might be 16-13.
Yeah, it could be a low
or 13-10. It's going to be ugly, gritty football.
Just like how we like it, though. Ugh. So yeah, no. Honestly, if the Browns defense completely locks down the Houston Texans offense, it's a Browns win all day. If Case Keenum can find his 2017 self once again, this is Texans game.
I have faith in the Browns, but not confident faith. I'd bet the Texans to cover the spread, but not win outright. I got the Browns winning this one.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's move down to the Titans and the Seahawks. They're giving the Seahawks only 3. Any update on Geno Smith?
Geno Smith is currently he's back. He's active. Geno Smith is active for this game.
So I feel like they're saying this game is going to be a lot closer than it is.
But Kenneth Walker is questionable with a shoulder injury.
But
so
their passing game has looked a lot better these past few weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried.
They look a lot better with Drew Lock at the quarterback, which is insane to say, but this team looks a lot better with Drew Lock there.
So maybe Drew Lock gets the nod. I doubt it.
I don't think they will though. I doubt it too.
But I like the Seahawks in this game. And I like them a lot more than 3. This prediction right here, this 22-21 prediction, I feel like they win this one convincingly. And the Titans offense cannot score 21 points, I don't think.
No, they can barely even score like 15.
I don't know. They had 28 against the Dolphins a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, they beat the Dolphins. I forgot about that. But that was a late comeback.
I don't know if they do it again. I think the Seahawks win this one and cover the spread.
I feel like Tennessee is kind of just like done with it, move on with next season because their season's basically over now.
Maybe. They did get eliminated yesterday, or not yesterday, last week.
Yeah.
Moving on, you've got a game that actually matters for a lot of teams and a lot of teams' playoff chances, including the Cleveland Browns. You've got the Falcons hosting the Indianapolis Colts. They're giving the Falcons 2.5 in this one, but then predicting the Colts to win. Indy covers, right?
Yeah, Indy covers. They play to win. They play for shootouts, and Atlanta can't become. They can't shoot out. Arthur Smith loves to make his primary guys decoys for players like let me give an example. Maybe for players like Jonnu Smith or Scotty Miller to catch the ball, and they're not actually using his primary players that he should be using.
We talked about this before we started our podcast and how I genuinely have a hatred. Like, if there were other teams that I could just hate for no other reason, for no reason related to the Browns, it's the Atlanta Falcons because of how their offense runs.
Yeah. It's so stupid.
It's so.
And the fact that BJ has like over 1,000 yards in total this year is actually mind blowing.
It's so mind-numbingly frustrating. But they just can't do. Like, I don't know how to describe it. And I'm glad I don't watch a lot of Falcons games. If the Browns played the Falcons this year, I would not watch that game. I'm lying, of course I would. But
Yeah.
I like the Colts in this one. I feel like the Colts, they have a high-flying offense. I think Pittman's questionable right now, but he should be playing.
Minshew Mania.
Minshew Mania. I wouldn't be surprised if Zach Moss is in this game. So I like the Colts. And I feel like they score 30. I feel like they drop a 30 bomb on the
Yeah,
Falcons'
this Colts
head.
team has looked pretty disgusting in the past few weeks.
All right, next we have the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. The Carolina Panthers are surprisingly the only team on this matchup to be coming off of a win. That was so exciting. That was so exciting for all of the dozens of fans there in Carolina to see. Now
a 9-7 win.
Now the Packers, we've seen their struggles. Their struggles have been heard here on SportsSync, and their problem is simple, and it's to blame one man, and that man is Joe Barry.
Yes, it is.
Joe Barry's defense has been awful. Their pass defense has struggled this entire year. The problem is the Panthers' offense. No. Let me just take that back. The Panthers have struggled this year. Can the Panthers string 2 wins in a row?
I would love to see it, but probably not. Their passing yards allowed per game, they're ranked 3rd.
Who, the Panthers?
Yeah, as in like lowest.
Oh.
Like as in, Browns.
Yeah.
And then Jets and then Panthers.
Yeah, allowing. But
that
should. I mean, the Packers have Aaron Jones. They should be able to run the ball down the Panthers' throats. And the reason that their passing defense is so good is because they get blown out so quickly that it's not really a game, so teams stop throwing the ball a lot.
You think they have a fake stat right there?
Yeah. Everything they have is fake. The only reason they have wins is because other teams somehow lost. They didn't win games. Other teams lost their games.
Their best offensive player is their kicker.
I agree with that. But my best offensive player is my kicker, and I don't complain about that at all whatsoever.
Okay. My best offensive player is not my kicker.
Yeah, but
so
how'd the NFC Championship go last year? Boom, roasted. We move.
Okay. All right.
Jets and the Commanders. I don't even want to talk about the spread. I want to talk about this stat right here.
What's the stat? I can't see it.
37 points.
In total?
Owen?
Oh, God. No.
These teams aren't scoring 37 points.
These teams might score a max 6 points combined. We might go to overtime with a 3-3 score, guys. If this is a parlay and you want to bet on a low scoring game and get a lot of money and bet the under, this is a game you need to bet the under on.
If the line is 37 then yeah, you spam the under. You call the bank right now and you ask to take out a second mortgage on the home. And you place that entire mortgage.
And you put that on the under right there.
You, without your wife's permission, without your girlfriend's permission, without your boyfriend's
Okay.
permission, without Owen's mom's permission, you go to the bank right now. Do it. Like right now. Like, I'm stopping the stream and giving you guys 10 seconds to go to the bank and take out that money. Okay, we're back. All right. Thank you, guys. Who wins this game, Owen?
The Jets win this game of a score of 6-3. Final score.
Wow. That'd be wow. This game is 3-0. This is a 3-0 game. Which team do you trust to kick a field goal? Which team can kick a field goal, Owen?
They got Greg the leg. The Jets do. So the Jets.
Okay, cool. So Jets cover the spread, and that's all we have to say. The Buccaneers and the Jaguars. This is the game I want to talk about because
Battle of Florida, northern Florida.
Because
actually.
these are two teams on very opposite sides of momentum. The Jaguars, they've lost 3 in a row now. Getting absolutely demolished by the AFC North, losing to the Bengals in primetime, losing to the Browns on national TV, and then losing to the Ravens on primetime.
They also lost to the 49ers a few weeks ago as well by 31 points.
Yeah, we know, Owen. The 49ers are good.
I just want to throw that out there. I'm sorry.
The Buccaneers, however, are on quite a little win streak themselves. Baker Mayfield becoming the first opposing quarterback in Lambeau Field history to have a perfect passer rating. They've been playing out of their minds recently. Baker Mayfield has been phenomenal for them this year, has exceeded expectations. This team is riding a high right now, and they have, hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars, another chance to make a statement and another chance to pull ahead, especially after the Saints just lost.
If I'm the Buccaneers, do I give Baker Mayfield an extension to come back to Tampa Bay?
He's earned another year.
I think so as well.
He's definitely earned another year. This I'm pleased if I'm Tampa with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
And against this Jaguars defense that has been good, but leaving more to be desired.
Yeah.
I like the Buccaneers.
Ooh, also, Trevor Lawrence is questionable too for this game.
He's got a concussion. I don't know if he leaves protocol before.
Well, ankle/concussion as well. It's not just concussion.
Yeah, his ankle's been hurt for a while, and he still refuses to sit.
Yeah, that's true.
You like the Buccaneers?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I got the Buccaneers this game.
The line is 2. Do they cover?
Yeah, they cover that line.
I feel like they win by a touchdown.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to another game that I don't think anybody really cares about. The Chicago.
Oh, I care.
The Chicago Bears, who Bears fans have moved on to Kobe White and the Chicago Bulls.
Yep.
And the Arizona Cardinals, whose fans have moved on to Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
I think the Cardinals win this game.
Oh. The Bears are still in the playoffs. They're still in the playoff hunt. They could they could win out, and they need a few other things to happen. And that may be what we do on the next episode of Sports Sync. There is a place where you can actually see people's playoff chances and how they clinch the playoffs. So there is still a chance for the Bears to make the playoffs. I feel like the Cardinals, they have been eliminated.
Oh yeah, no, they have 3 wins. They're done.
Yeah. I don't know if they go on the road and win this game, Owen. I think that's asking too much
I
of them.
You have to believe in Kyler Murray and his COD ability, dude. Okay, if he on Saturday night is playing COD at 2 in the morning and winning games in COD, they're winning this game, and he's throwing 400 passing yards and 4 touchdowns.
Or if he's winning these games on Call of Duty, he forgets to show up to the game because he's continuing his winning.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay.
I've got the Bears winning this one.
I have the Cardinals winning this one.
Well, then on our Sunday Christmas Eve special, we shall come back to see who was right. The winner will win. Owen, do you want to put $5 on this game?
We can put, sure, why not? We'll put $5 on the game.
Well, let's put $5 on the game.
We'll put $5.
So now we have at least 2 people caring about the Bears and the Cardinals on Christmas Eve. All right.
We care more than their franchises do. So.
Let's move on to, I feel like, a game that the winning team is not going to get credit because the losing team is just going to be called a fraud.
Yes. We're talking about the same. We're talking about the Cowboys and Dolphins game.
Yeah, the Dolphins. If they lose this game, well, the Cowboys didn't win an impressive win. The Dolphins can't beat good teams. The Dolphins are frauds. Dolphins are. But if the Dolphins win this game, well, it's the Cowboys. The Cowboys always do this. They choke and they suck and they're not really good teams. So it doesn't matter for Miami. However, despite that, this is going to be a good game.
Yeah, you could hope so. I mean, a guy like Dak Prescott, who was in the MVP conversation earlier this year, as in like before the game against the Bucks, or not the Bucks, the Bills, has simply just fallen out of it because of his performance.
Yeah. And Tua, Tua's had a phenomenal year. We're going to talk a little about the MVP race, but I feel like you got to put Tua's name in there. This game being in Miami, and with Miami's running backs, I think the Dolphins win this game.
I don't know. Yeah, I go with the Dolphins too. They're just a crazy team to beat, especially at home. Like it's hard.
Here's my prediction. This game is not close. The team that wins this game,
okay.
And I'm not confident it's the Dolphins. I just think it's the Dolphins. The team that wins this game by 20.
Wow. I don't think that. I think this will be a closer game, but a high-scoring game.
One of these teams' offense is not going to show up. So either the Dolphins or the Cowboys are going to put up like 30-some, like 37 or 38, and the other team's going to put up 14.
Well, here's a question: is Tyreek back? He's questionable.
I don't risk it if I'm the Dolphins.
Tyreek. Yeah, maybe or maybe not. I mean, they were trying to fight for the 1 seed, right? And they still haven't clinched their division either. So if they lose this game,
big. They have not clinched the playoffs yet, so maybe they do.
I would.
I think it's even more because the Cowboys have clinched. I don't think they go fighting all in for a shootout in December. They'd rather fight in January.
Yeah. Well, also here's the thing with Dallas though. I'm pretty sure Dallas will, show at least effort in this game and try to win this game, right? But they're not as hungry as the Dolphins are to win this game.
Yeah. And it's in Miami. I feel like the Dolphins blow them out of the water.
Yeah, it could be the reason. Well, then because that puts the Eagles back in the same spot with, like, if the Eagles win their game.
We're going to get to the Eagles. Don't you worry about that.
Ooh. Eagles hater.
How about the Broncos and the Patriots? I think we all know who's winning this game.
Broncos.
Yes, that's correct. Do they cover?
Yeah, definitely. You know what's funny? Yeah, they cover. Most definitely. You know what's funny? Bill Belichick will most likely get fired at the end of this year, or he'll say he quit. And that'll
They
be it.
mutually agreed.
If he
They
goes to the
mutually agreed to
Chargers,
parted ways. That's
okay.
how they're gonna word it.
Oh God. Hello.
Hello,
Can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
are
Okay.
we back?
All right. I don't know what happened. If he goes to the Chargers, yeah. If he goes to the Chargers, Bill Belichick does. That division's head coaching is crazy.
Simply
It's
depends on
insane.
what the Raiders would do.
Well, no. Besides the Raiders, you still have
Andy
Sean Payton,
Reid and Bill Belichick
Andy Reid, and Bill Belichick, all in the same division.
playing each other twice a year. That'd be fun. I'd enjoy that.
Yeah,
I don't think
same.
Bill goes though.
Does Bill go to
No, Bill
Alabama?
goes to Mrs. Belichick's couch, and
Okay.
eats
And
her
retires.
soup. I hear she has good soup.
Okay.
Do the Broncos cover?
Yeah, the Broncos
and they win
cover.
this game. All right, cool.
They win this game. Russell Wilson has played a lot better
He's
than he did
he's
last
playing under
year.
Sean
I don't know.
Payton's control, and that's what I think has been the difference maker.
Yeah, it's true. Also, Cortland Sutton, who is actually alive, by the way. If any of you guys saw that thing on Google, he is alive. They found him. It was a different Cortland Sutton who died, not him. All right,
Wait, there
guys,
was
just so
actually
you
a
know.
Cortland Sutton that died.
No, I lied about that. He's been playing really good for this team.
Yeah, he's been making some incredible catches this year.
Like if you remember, was
Oh,
the Bills
that
game?
touchdown!
Bills and Broncos.
I feel like it had like a
That
3%
touchdown
chance of
catch?
being a catch. It was like the lowest percentage
Yeah, it did.
of all time or something.
First, amazing pass for Russell Wilson. Second, that was an insane
Yeah,
catch
it was.
by Cortland Sutton.
Chiefs and the Raiders. I think we know who's going to win this game.
If the Chiefs lose this game and the Broncos, honestly, the Broncos just can still win this division, and I wouldn't be too shocked.
If the Chiefs lose this game, then you've got to reconstruct everything, except quarterback and tight end.
Okay, yeah, I see the Broncos winning out because they play the Patriots and the Chargers. Both games are at home. Then they go to
lose to Vegas.
play the Raiders.
They do.
I don't think they do.
That's my take of the year.
It's a crazy take. But okay.
I don't think the Chiefs lose this game. It's in Arrowhead too. They don't lose this game.
They better not, because if they somehow lose this game,
is Taylor Swift going to be in attendance?
Doesn't matter because they lost to the Jets. I don't know. They almost
lost to the Packers with her in attendance.
There you go. They lost to the Packers.
But the only reason I say that is because if she was in attendance, then I'm going to have to watch that game because of reasons outside of my control. Cool. How about the Eagles and the Giants? Can Tommy DeVito pull off a miracle?
This Eagles team has looked like a team that has won 4 games all year. No offense to them. But yes, if he can play to the way that he's been playing and only pass to where James Bradbury is all the time on the field.
Did you see that clip that was floating around the social media of every single time James Bradbury missed a tackle or like he allowed a catch to happen on that final drive?
No, but one thing I did see was that in the past 2 games, James Bradbury has had 15 passes go his way. 13 of them have been caught. It was over like 100-something yards on him, and two of them were touchdowns.
I mean, I feel like personally, if a quarterback threw 15 passes on my head, they're not catching 13. So,
yeah.
They're only
move this guy to the slot. He needs to be down low, because
I don't think
Wow.
Tommy DeVito pulls off this upset. I'm sorry, Owen. I'm sorry.
Be
I'm
be
sorry.
amazing to
I
see
don't think
though.
he does. Um,
I'm an Eagles hater, so I'm gonna go with the
yeah,
Giants
I
for this
I got
game.
to go with the Eagles. Tommy DeVito got killed in the Saints game. He did not look good at all. Um,
Hey, Italian
also,
Mafia, man.
uh,
Can't bet against it.
Giants fans kind of piss me off. Um, especially the Giants fans in. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh God. Hello. Okay, good. We're still
Hi.
here. Um,
You're still here, bro.
I'm frozen. Maybe not. I don't know. But
Yeah, you're
well, darn.
frozen. It's okay though.
We move. Um, yeah, the Eagles win this game, and then we have Christmas Day, game of the year.
Oh,
Niners,
on ABC,
Niners,
by the way,
Ravens,
guys. On ABC, Super Bowl
Niners,
preview.
Ravens.
Some should say. Um, what I mean, obviously, we know what teams are
Yeah,
going to win this
the
game.
Baltimore Ravens.
No, not at all. It's going to be the San Francisco 49ers to win this game.
I don't think the Niners cover.
You were coming into San Fran.
I don't think they cover.
What's the
Five
what's
and
the
a
spread?
half. No,
Yeah, they cover. Um,
it's close.
this is a not. Oh no, it's not. This is a Niners team. Yeah, but people said it was going to be close for the Eagles game too, in the Dallas game, and a bunch of other
Yeah,
games that
but
weren't
the
close.
Ravens have been battle tested more than the Eagles and the Cowboys have. So
Hey man, they haven't played San Francisco in San Francisco since 29. Or not, they haven't played San Francisco in San Francisco in a long
yeah,
time.
but y'all haven't played Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, we have 2019. We lost
Exactly.
though. That was his MVP year.
And he's in an MVP race this year too. I feel like can we safely say the winning quarterback of this game is the MVP of the year?
Sure, we could say that. But we could also maybe say that I don't know. I mean, sure, I guess we could say that Brock Purdy is he's been unbelievable this year.
We back? Are we back?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Yep. So I had to turn off my camera. Rest in peace. But those are our picks for the week. And Owen, how do you think those picks correlate to the MVP award this year?
I feel like the race is only between two players right now. And that's Lamar Jackson and Brock Purdy.
I feel like two was in those conversations.
Maybe two. But he has to win.
Yes, but also no. Um, Tua's had such a phenomenal season that if he can keep it close with the Cowboys and they lose like 35-42 or 38-42, I would very much like and still think he's in MVP conversations, especially if he throws like 5 touchdowns. Um, he's had a great year. Tua has. Brock Purdy's had a great year. Lamar Jackson's had a great year. But the sad part is the MVP race should really be Christian McCaffrey,
And Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, and Lamar Jackson. But it is a quarterback's award, unfortunately.
Brock Purdy's gonna win it. That's my take, and it's not a bad take at all. His passer rating is the best in the league, and it's not close at all.
If the Cowboys beat the Dolphins, then it's entirely the MVP of the year is the winner of um, the Niners Ravens game.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, Brock Purdy is second in passing yards too. So he has a lot of stats where he's up there in the top 5.
Yeah, but Lamar Jackson is
So I
close to
mean,
becoming the
it's
first quarterback to throw for 3,700 yards and rush for 900 yards. And I'm sorry, I know you think Brock Purdy is Jesus Christ himself, but if there's one thing he can't do, it's run like Lamar Jackson can.
but he doesn't need to run the ball because you have a guy by the name of Christian McCaffrey to
Yeah,
do all that.
and Lamar Jackson's running backs got hurt, and he's still able to help his team be a dominant running team. Uh, I think
Because
I don't know. I'm a Brock Purdy hater because Owen's a Brock Purdy lover. I have to balance it out for the show. You know, if the fans are sitting here and they see us both like meat riding Brock Purdy during this section, then they'll stop tuning in because nobody wants to see that meat riding
unless
unless
you're a Niner fan,
unless that player
then you
is
do.
Joe Flacco. Then everybody loves to see it.
Brock Purdy's winning MVP,
If he
um,
wins on Christmas Day,
which he will,
which he might.
and then he'll get a present from Santa Claus
What type
after
of
he wins the
present do you
game.
think Santa Claus brings Brock Purdy?
A chicken.
Huh. You think Brock Purdy? You think Brock Purdy would start a farm?
He does look like the farming type. He did go to Iowa State. So
And they are a pretty big agriculture.
they are pretty big agriculture. The question is, does he start a farming business?
Uh, where he only does horses and chickens.
Yeah, and he like
Horse
sells the eggs.
Horsecock Brock.
Yeah.
I could see. I would get my eggs from Horsecock Brock.
Would you?
I would start a commercial where it's just me and you, and we're sitting at the table,
Mhm.
and your mom puts eggs on the table, and we start eating, and we think it's the greatest thing ever, and then we say, "I love my eggs from Horsecock Brock."
And then we look at the camera, right, and like show the egg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, I feel like that is the perfect way to end this stream. I'm Nick. That's Owen. We love our eggs from Horsecock Brock. And remember to let our podcast sink in.